Hi folks, I'm Matt and welcome to My Expanded Universe. A show where I go through the entire EU in chronological order. That sucked. Okay, today we're going to go into the comic books. We're going to go to John Ostrander. Ooh, you like already, right? And his book, Purge. Now, I don't really have to tell you what's going on here. The cover says it all. Let's talk about this. Not to sound too cliche like someone else I know, but I friggin' love that cover when it came out. I'm not kidding, folks. First off, it was just a one-shot, and I didn't even know it was coming out. And when I went to my local comic book shop, I saw it and I was like, whoa. Yes, yes, a million times, yes, I have got to read this. And it was really good. My only thing I didn't like about it was a one-shot. But, of course, as you know, John Ostrander wrote a second one titled Purge, Seconds to Die. Again, I'm kind of skipping over the base storyline of this because it's one issue and it's the same thing, of course. He's hunting Jedi. And I don't know why this wasn't turned into an ongoing series. I think it had the potential, and Darth Vader, you know, he sells a lot. In fact, later on down the road, I'm going to talk about some Darth Vader comic books. So, I mean, Dark Horse is pumping out anything they could think of that had to do with Vader. And this is something that everyone knew had happened, but we had really not heard that much about. So these comic books, albeit one-shots, were the only thing that we knew from that era where Darth Vader was hunting Jedi. And I thought that was really cool. Now, the third book, which is called Purge, Hidden Blade, was written by Hayden Blackman. And I know some people are like, well, Matt, he's not John Ostrander, so is it as good? I actually like Hayden Blackman. I think under John Ostrander, he's probably one of the best writers of Star Wars. And he doesn't skip a beat. Hidden Blade is still good. Like I said again, these came out just sporadically, or as far as I know, they came out sporadically. I didn't know when the next one was coming out. I just knew there was the monthly series, and that's all I really looked forward to. I never looked at the previews book and saw what was coming out ahead. Sometimes I did, but the Purge book seemed to always slip under the radar for me. So whenever one popped up in my box, I was like, yes, another Purge. You know, and again, I just kept thinking, why don't they do more of these? You know, like a series, a mini-series at least. Well, that's what they kind of did next. The writer was Alexander Freed, and it was called Purge, Tyrant's Fist. Now, in this, Darth Vader and a group of stormtroopers are going out, setting out to squash a rebellion on a distant remote planet. It was a two-part series. It was a part one and a part two. I liked it. Again, I just wish there was more. Now, in this one, you did get to know the characters a little bit better, and that's the problem that's the only problem, actually, with these comic books. I like the Purge comic books. But the thing is, on a one-shot, do you really care about the Jedi who dies? Do I see spoiler alert on that? Anyway, we all know what happens during the Purge, so... but I really wish we could have gotten to know them a little bit better. Now, other comic books did do this, you know, where we get to know the Jedi and then Vader hunts them down at the end. And, you know, Purge is it's still a great idea. There's still a good book. Now, do they touch much on the continuity? No, not much, but that doesn't mean they're bad. They don't have to. I mean, what needs to connect here? That Darth Vader killed off a few people? You know, it's easy to plant these stories or sprinkle a few of them in there without contradicting anything else in the EU. Now, why they didn't turn it into an ongoing series or what they used to love, mini-series, I don't know, because I thought Purge was worth your time. Well, folks, as you can see, I'm without Ewoks today, and that's because they're hanging out with the missus. So, until next time, see ya.
How do you know these guys again?